Hello, this is going to be a quick video. I'm going to try to keep it under 10 minutes. The title is getting started with Python within ArcGIS, or getting started with the Arcpy module. First part, I'm going to show you just kind of how do you get started learning the Python syntax using the Python window in ArcMap, and then I'll show you how to save that out to a Python file so you can run a script outside of ArcMap. All right, so let's get started. The first thing you do when you start learning Python is you have your have ArcMap open, and you want to add the Python window. You can find that up here, right here. All right, I'm going to clear all this. Alright, so this is what it looks like by default. So you have a cursor here, your Python window, but you're kind of like, alright, I want to do like a select by attribute. I want to do something with this, so what can I do? Alright, so you think like, alright, SQL, I can do a select, and I don't get anything, so select all from table name and nothing. This is not SQL, it's Python, so it's a completely different syntax. Alright, so how to learn it? I think the best way is to use your toolbox, and let's go over here to the toolbox, and I will locate the select by attribute tool, select layer by attribute, and it's very simple. You just drag and drop. Alright, so that kind of gets you started. Alright, here's the tool. You see it has the Arcpy here, then dot the tool name, and then open parentheses, and then by default it's going to read your table of contents. Here's your layer, so you can select that, and then you can see over here on the right it's kind of giving you a prompt, comma. Alright, this looks familiar. Yeah, I want a new selection. Let's say I want to select all the counties within one state, and so I'm going to new selection, and after that, comma. Alright, now I got to enter in my where clause, and this is where you really start getting lost here. You can think about SQL, but like, alright, SQL's not going to work, so what do you do? Alright, let's just remove all this, and let's open up the tool, select layer by attribute, and I'm going to choose the layer, new selection, and then I'm going to enter in my expression. Field name equals, so I'm going to choose North Carolina. Numbers, the state FP number is 37. Hit OK. Run that. Alright, and it performed the selection by attribute. Alright, so what next? How do you do that in Python? Alright, so up here you want to go to your geoprocessing menu, open up the results, expand your current session, and right here you have this was the last geoprocessing tool that was run. All I have to do is drag this into the Python window, and there you go, you got it. So selection, clear selected feature. Let me close this, and here's the syntax for doing exactly what we did here, but within Python. So how do you run this? All you have to do is just hit enter, and that worked. So let's copy and paste that and make some changes. So I'm going to copy, paste. Let's say I want to choose a different state. So I know New York is 36. Just make that change there. This is your where clause syntax. All right. Hit enter. And these are all the New York state counties. All right, so let's say we want to change the field name. Let's look at, I know I did this earlier, you have quite a few Adams counties in the United States. So, and I know I'll just identify one of these. All right, so here, field name is name. I'm going to choose Adams. And so I'm going to paste a new line. And I'm going to change this to name. The field name is name. And then the county name I'm going to query is Adams. And then hit enter. And you can see that it completed, and I have about a dozen. There's about a dozen Adams counties in the US. Just to confirm that, identify, and here you go, Adams County. All right, let's go back. Selection clear. All right, so that's great. Well, let's say we want to do a select, instead of a select by attribute, let's do a select, and we're gonna take that selection set of counties and save that to a feature class. All right, first of all, let's right click in our Python window and clear all. Let's go back into our geoprocessing results. Now let's clear all these. Delete. Yep. Close that. And the tool I'm going to use is under analysis, extract, select. So once again, I can bring that in here, and I can choose the layer I want to perform the select on, and then this is where I get stuck. I got to name the output feature class, and let's say if I put in test, if I put in test, comma, where clause, once again, I don't have that memorized. I'm stuck. So what do? I'm just going to clear this. Open up the select tool, choose the layer. And I'm just going to name this one a temporary name. So I'm going to call it NCX, and then put in my expression, state FP equals unique values 37. Okay. Okay, just ran that. And you can see this is the result. North Carolina counties are red. And the data source, it was written to my profile, the default geodatabase. And the feature class name is right here, NCX. Okay, so what about if I want to do that from Python? Remember, what do? You go to geoprocessing, results, expand this, drag and drop. Now let's change it to New York 36, and then I'm going to change this to NY. Hit enter. Yeah, there you go. So you can imagine if you have to do this, let's say you have to break out all of your counties by state, using this one overall U.S. counties layer, that would take quite a bit of time to do it manually. And so you can really see the power of Python. It allows you to automate this. So so where do we go from now? We ran this from within ArcMap, but let's say we want to create this, we want to save this to a Python file and run this tool outside of ArcMap. Okay, so we just ran this Python line here successfully. So you can just right click and save as, and I'm going to call this cell nccounties.py. Pay attention to the file extension. Yes. Alright, and I'm going to minimize this. It's on my desktop, and I'm going to open it with my with the idle. And alright, for someone who's just getting started, you're like, once again, you're kind of like, alright, I got one line of code here. I can't imagine it's going to work, but I'll try it. So I'm going to run module, and I get an error right here. Name Arcpy is not defined. Well, that's because you have to import the Arcpy module. You can do that up at the top. From within ArcMap, you don't have to do it. It's there. It's ready to go. So import Arcpy, file, save. I'm going to run this again. That's too easy. It's just not. That's not going to work. There's going to be another issue. This will probably run a lot quicker on a faster machine. This is a really inexpensive Dell Inspiron 3000 series laptop with an AMD A6 processor. I just got it so I can play around with ArcMap. Alright, so that completed, and the error is saying that it cannot find the input feature dataset. CB 2015 US counties does not exist. Well, that's because in ArcMap this works fine within the Python window, because by default it knows to look at the table of contents, so it's looking at your layers in your table of contents. So how do you fix that? Well, you just have to put in the path to the file location. So let's just go, we'll open up that location and copy it. Seed. And you will have to add the extension if you're working with a shapefile. So .shp. So here's the path to the overall county shapefile, and then this is the output. Now I wanted to select North Carolina, so I'm going to change this to NC. And then my state FP code is going to be 37. And let me go back here. Alright, that's it. File, save, run module. Now when you run this, this is a very simple Python script, and so it's not printing anything to this shell. So you could print the output, the results. You could do add some debugging, error handling, that kind of stuff. So to see if it worked, we'll go back into ArcMap, and let me turn off these layers. And I'm gonna add there it is right there. CB 2015 US County 500K underscore NC. That's the feature class that was created. I'll make it blue. All right, there it is. So you can imagine what you can do with this. Let's say you just copy this line here. Copy it. Create a new line. And we'll name this New York 36. And so you imagine, you could put in 50 lines here and quickly run through and pull out all the counties by state and have those added to this location right here. You'd have a feature class for each state. So let's test this out. File, save, and I don't know if there's gonna be a problem overriding it, so I'm just gonna call this NCA NYA. File, save, run, and let's see how quickly that works. Okay, there we are. All right, so yeah, I got the NCA in New York. I had both of those. All right. Well, that's it. Really, it's just I wanted to put together really just an introduction to Python, using Python within ArcMap, and just getting familiar with the syntax, and just kind of how you get started with it. I hope to do some more of these videos. If you go on YouTube and you look for any kind of Python videos regarding ArcGIS or ArcPy, it's a different format. It's usually like a conference. Somebody's giving a presentation, and they're quite long. It's about an hour or so. I like this format. I like to try and keep it just really short, under 10 to 12 minutes or so. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope this is helpful to someone. If you have any questions, please feel free to make a comment below. Thank you.